Well, now Amelia Cowell from North Tyneside has just become a European champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Her coach says the sport is usually more popular with boys, but that hasn't fazed the 16-year-old who's building an impressive collection of medals. Amelia Martinez Barnfather went to meet her.
All right, let's go.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a martial art. It is kind of like wrestling. It involves grappling and submission work. It's quite a heavy-on martial art, however it does not involve like punching or kicking and anything like that. 2 years ago I decided I needed a hobby, so I'd always loved the idea of doing a martial art, so I started doing some research and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu really stuck out at me. I attended my first kids class and it was so warm and welcoming, and I just fell in love with the sport from there. It's great for your mental health, your confidence, your fitness, it's great for everything.
But it's no longer just a hobby for Amelia, who now trains 5 days a week and is building quite the collection of medals.
This one here is my British Open no-gi one, which got me my no-gi British Open title.
Which one's your favourite?
This one, my one that got me my title for the European Championship. I travelled to Rome, Italy. I competed against 2 wonderful girls and I managed to get silver and gold, securing the European title.
Thanks, Spencer. Let's work on the position.
So what does it mean for Amelia to be this successful in a sport her coach says is typically more popular among boys and men?
Hopefully she can start being a role model for other girls in the gym, but also there are parents here who maybe they like have a daughter and it's like, well, I'll bring my son. It's like, okay, cool, but the girls are the ones who will benefit more. If I was to speak to most like fathers and say, would you rather your daughter or son had all the information of self-defense? Most would say, I'll give it to the daughter. You need people like Amelia. You need them to break the mold of what people expect. You know, a young girl might say, I want to be like her, and that's all you can really ask for. You know, having a role model like Amelia, you do a lot worse, let's put it that way.
So what's next for the champion?
I'd love to compete in ADCC. I'd love to compete all across Europe and America and win more and more titles to make my gym and everyone proud.
Amelia Martinez Barnfather, BBC Look North, North Shields.